Hi, my name's Karen, and this is A Week in My Life College Edition. I am currently in online college right now because of Corona, and I have my stats exam coming up soon. So this week will just be a whole lot of me studying, me eating copious amounts of food, and me constantly getting distracted by my two roommates. And a whole lot of sleep deprivation, but we'll talk about that later. So currently it's Saturday, and I have my stats exam in 5 days or so. It's on Thursday. It's pure stats, and I'm going to be finally done with stats for the rest of my life unless I do research, and then I have to conduct a bunch of ANOVA tests, which I'm not excited about because technically I didn't really learn anything in this course. So currently I am 3 lectures behind because I have not attended online class. Don't do that, but thank God it's pre-recorded, and I think I can watch it at 1.5 speed, so I think I'll be okay and I can slam it out in like 2 days or so. I am also currently running on like 5 hours of sleep. I could not sleep yesterday whatsoever. I think it's because I drank coffee for the first time in a very long time, so I'll probably need another cup today, so we're probably gonna run to the coffee store. So this is what my overall week looks like. Today's Saturday and my exam's on Wednesday, so that leaves me Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to study. However, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I usually work from 9 to 5 for my internship, while on Tuesdays, I tutor in the morning, and the rest of the day, I'm probably going to study. So for studying, I have 2 parts to how I study. So the first part is when I use my MacBook and my laptop to record lectures and take notes on the recorded lectures. This is really helpful, especially with my iPad. I think it's a great way to really understand the chapter content. The second part of how I study is actually using paper notes. So from the notes that I took on my iPad, I then rewrite the notes on paper in summarized versions. So the outline of my course is that I had 2 midterms and a final exam and a bunch of labs, I think around 10 computer labs that make up my final mark. So I already finished my 2 midterms and my 10 labs, but the final exam basically tests on everything that we learned throughout the entire course. So from the last midterm to now, I had 3 lectures that I barely paid attention to because my attention span is so short now, and I don't even understand how people do online school, because I get it, like it's super easy because you can like play back the lectures and everything, but man, it takes so much more effort to pay attention. Wish me luck. I will probably take a study break in between. I have terrible attention span, so I'll probably get distracted halfway through. So here I'm just taking notes from the past lectures that I did not attend. Oops. But anyways, this is a great way for me to be exposed to the notes, as well as the fact that I can play back the lecture, which is why I like listening to recorded lectures a lot better. But anyways, here's a little montage of me studying for a couple of seconds. I then got hungry, but I didn't really want to cook, so I ended up making like these eggplant wrap. It's really good. You guys should try it, and I add a little bit of hummus to it, and it's actually super healthy for you. And then I ended up eating some Ben & Jerry's ice cream because, you know, we gotta support Ben & Jerry's during these times. They're a great company. And then since I finished my first lecture before eating lunch, I'm going to start with my second lecture, which is killer because this was around an hour and a half long and I really wanted to cry. So halfway through, my friend ended up getting me a cold brew, which was really nice, and one outfit change later, I'm back to studying and trying to finish the rest of this lecture. Now, at this point, my brain was ready to explode and I was literally ready to cry. So since we're all sick of me studying, here's a little montage of me and my roommates trying to get plants for free. So me and my house decided to go and try and find this mysterious house that was giving away tomato plants. But anyways, here are my 2 roommates. This is Serena. She's basically the mother of the group and she's studying for MCATs right now, so go her. And this is Michael, who literally cooks so much and bakes so much, which is great. I think I'm gonna mute.
Oh.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah. So the man who was giving away these cherry tomatoes for free was really nice, and we ended up picking up 2, and we're actually super excited to plant them in our garden. As you can tell, my house is obsessed with plants. We literally grab any herb possible, but yeah, we're super excited to cook with all of these plants.
Wait, I don't want to put them out.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. So we ended up finding a bunch of snails in our backyard, and we ended up keeping one. We named him Gary. He's super swag and really big actually, but doesn't really move much. I thought snails would be a little bit more entertaining, but I guess not.
Your meow right now would sound like music to me. Please come home, 'cause I miss you, Gary.
So at night we ended up going to a Vietnamese restaurant for takeout, and then come our nighttime shenanigans. Do you want to tell our lovely viewers what we are making?
Alcohol.
Barely legal college kids, but legal.
What do you want to call this?
Strawberry sunshine.
It's like a 2 out of 5.
Well,
We could do better.
so we ended up making these really shitty mixed drinks, but it's okay. We ended up playing What Do You Meme, which is actually the worst game in the world. I don't know why anyone would like this game in general.
First up, we have when you fart and a little turd comes out. Thoughts overall? Okay.
Okay.
Kind of simple.
Second, when all your classmates are eating Lunchables, but your mom packed you organic cottage cheese and baby carrots.
That was
When you look in the mirror and think, fuck you.
I like that one.
Definitely not that
Why?
one. Okay, so you got
yes.
you went. All right.
So, it's Sunday. Welcome to my backyard. Today, what I'm planning to do is I'm going to study again, do my last lecture, and then do all my notes for the last third of my course. And then I'm probably going to do a sermon today just because it's Sunday and it's so nice today, so I might do it outside. And then we're probably going to garden in the middle just because we have so many plants to the point where we need to move them outside. Well, today's been super great so far. I woke up kind of late. I woke up at like 10 or so, which is pretty late for me, so it's gonna be really chill. I just need to get all my work done today, to be honest. Also, just met my neighbor this morning. She was super nice. She's a hairstylist, and hopefully she can cut my hair after quarantine. So we finally figured out who lived beside us because we were really confused. I originally thought it was a frat house because there were so many guys coming in and out, but she just has a lot of sun. But anyways, I'm here with my peanut butter toast that is glistening in the sunlight. I feel like eating outside just feeds into my whole main character syndrome. Just eating outside makes you feel like you're in a little indie movie. Oh my gosh, he like ran through the backyard. That's so cute. So I'm back in my room after doing the sermon. I'm probably going to study for a bit right now just so I can get a lot more done before we start gardening and really hoeing it up. This will just be really quick, and I think the lecture today is only going to be an hour, so it'll be pretty good. So today I'm studying a NOVA test, and that is the last lecture that I have to watch before my exam, which is fantastic. Halfway through, I got kind of hungry, so I ended up making this salad, and my gosh, this was so good. And here is my live reaction of eating this salad. This was my first time making it, and honestly, this was the best thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Yes, we will see how it goes. Anyway, I asked you guys if our Instagram.
These are our plants today. They're mostly herb plants. I think they're all herb plants except for the tomato plant. Our first one! It's a basil plant. There's not much about it, but it took us a while. We didn't really have a shovel, so we ended up using this stick that kind of broke, and yeah, someone get us a shovel. As we were planting, we realized we are a bunch of college students, but we're living the suburban mom dream, so I think this is all good. This is literally what I want to do in my life in the future, just garden a bunch of herbs and go to my backyard and cook the food that I grow myself. So in this segment, this is meet the plants in my garden. Yeah, it's kind of cheesy, but anyway. The first plant we have is minty. It's basically a mint plant. It's my roommate's favorite plant. It's ugly, but it got a good personality. Next we have the fraternal twin basils. They are basically going through an identity crisis because they both look different from each other, but they're both considered basil. Next we have rosemary, my favorite herb. You know that I'm gonna baby this up. Next we have oregano, which is the biggest baby and the most useful baby, to be honest. And then finally we have Mr. and Mrs. Tomato, which we got from a charity donation, and this was great. They're very generous and very charitable. And here's our little family. So it is currently 7:35, I think. I have my internship today, so usually on Mondays we have like 8:30 calls or 8 o'clock calls. So this is why I'm waking up so early. I'm so tired. My internship is remote, so I don't have to go anywhere, and also it's just an audio call, not like a video call or anything. So I don't have to really look nice, thank God, but still I have to be there. I'm so tired. Probably just gonna lay in bed for another like 5 minutes or so and then go and get some food. So the night before, we actually ended up making this cake. It's a lemon pound cake with blueberry whipped cream, and honestly this was so good, and this was a great way to start my morning. After that, I had to attend my meeting for an hour or so, and I was so tired back then, but it's okay. So I'm finally done my call. I have another one in around an hour or so, but I'm so tired. I was gonna fall asleep halfway through the call. Thank God that this call is not mostly about me, it's about my supervisor, so I don't really have to say much. I'm just gonna wait out until my next call. I'm debating if I should get some more work done just because I'm not sure what she wants me to do. I did everything for last week, so we'll see. Hopefully I can get off work early today and just finish everything. They're really not up my ass about timing wise, thank God. It's just more of you need to get everything done before this deadline, so hopefully I can just use that to my advantage right now and yeah, quickly do everything that I need to do today. After that, I'm probably going to study for a bit. I didn't end up doing notes yesterday because I was just kind of lazy and it was a Sunday, so I gotta do some notes today. That's it. There's not really much going on today except for work and studying, just because it's Monday, and yeah, that's what a Monday is kind of like, just a lot of work. So I continued to study for my exam. Today's was another ANOVA test, and yeah, I'm so done with this at this point. Welcome to my Tuesday. We stayed up kind of late yesterday, so I'm kind of really tired again. I feel like this entire video was just me being really tired and lack of sleep. I'm eating oatmeal, and I have to tutor today. I have a kid that I tutor math and English to, but I'm probably just gonna work on math with her today. And then after that, I'm gonna study. I finished my notes for like the new section of the course, so I'm just gonna review everything. We didn't end up making donuts last night, which was kind of sad, so we might make them today, which would be pretty great and really tasty. Sorry if the weekdays are kind of boring. There's not much to do on weekdays for study and like do work and do more work. Yeah. So I just finished tutoring and I got ready, kind of like I'm not putting on any makeup or anything because I'm tired. But anyways, I gotta do my laundry. It's been sitting here the last couple of days or so, and I cleaned it and all, but I'm just too lazy to fold them, so I think I gotta do that today. Tutoring went okay. She paid attention, kind of. I feel like I'm just terrible with children at this point, so we'll see. Like sometimes I just wonder if my kid will listen to me in the future, but I don't know. I online tutor, which is kind of great. It's pretty easy, pretty chill, especially with the girl that I have right now. I make some money along the side because, you know, children sometimes just aren't my cup of tea. But today I'm probably just gonna clean up a little bit and then do some more work, just because I am slightly stressed about this exam. Like I have not really paid attention. Hopefully it's all okay, and especially because it's online and he gave us all like the formulas for stats, like I feel like it'll be okay. It's just conceptual stuff that maybe will take a little bit more time, but yeah. Honestly, I think the worst part of doing laundry is not doing the laundry itself, is folding this, because I just don't like putting every sock into another sock. Is just taking so much time. I'm also currently running on like 5 hours of sleep or so. I'm so tired. So if there's one thing you need to know about my entire house is that we cook and bake like crazy. Or when I mean we, I mean there's only one person in the house that cooks and bakes like crazy. But here we're actually making donuts. Again, he is making donuts, and this turned out really good. They were so good. This is probably the best thing he's made so far. But they're strawberry donuts. And we basically just fried up the dough and made our own strawberry and raspberry jam, which was fantastic. The sun has just come up. I literally slept for another 10 minutes. I'm probably going to snooze a little bit more. But yeah, just an update on Mr. Sunshine is coming. I'm feeling, or I am currently feeling the, okay, I can't even finish my sentence. But anyways, Yeah, in a bit. So to be honest, I didn't even remember recording that video, but to premise, I had a call at 6 a.m. in the morning just because my internship is an international company and we have employees based in Africa. So they're 8 hours ahead of us and therefore we have to accommodate with that by waking up super early for our global call meeting. I almost died.
Many hours later.
You would think that after 20 years of living, I would know that doing everything last minute is not the ideal thing to do. However, here I am trying to cram and study everything before my exam tomorrow. I did not plan my time efficiently whatsoever. As I look back on this week, I just think of all the moments in my life where I could have studied, but I didn't because I was too busy living life and living my summer. But at the same time, what is life when I'm not getting a good grade, right? So because my roommates are literally the best suburban moms in the world, they ended up making samosas and they were so good. Because of my lack of self-control, I ended up playing Guitar Hero with my roommates until like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Don't do that. I should have been studying. This is one of those things where I maybe regret, maybe I don't, but I did very well in Through the Fire on hard mode. At least I got farther, so it was all good. So I forgot to record everything on Thursday, but basically I tutored in the morning, tried to study in the morning, but barely did, and then did my exam. Overall, it was an okay day. I mean, my roommate's boyfriend ended up bringing us Jollibees, so I was really happy about that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my little week in my life. My life is not super interesting, but it's just my roommates make it a lot more interesting, to be honest, but don't tell them that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys subscribe, and see you next time.